Good day everyone, I'm Quasar and today is a good day to play some video games. Unfortunately, I didn't switch audio device, so for the first 10 minutes of the game, there is no game sound. Sorry for that, we'll do better next time. Please enjoy the game. Thanks. This time we're gonna continue our adventure with Between Horizons. So let's warp in. Or rather, slowly continue our adventure with like 10% speed of light. Okay, the last time we figured out that the painkillers appeared in the navigation room because of the Archer. Yes, Archer? Usher. And now we need to take another case. We found also Chichi in the farms. Paper trails. No, let's do the setup. Blast from the past. Navigator Olland claims that someone framed him from a crime many years ago. I have been granted access to the farm floor in the bio area. It's only place where the suspicious substance mentioned in the case records could have came from. Orland claims that since the custody battle was going his way, he had no motive to commit the crime. He was convicted for whereas Zena had all the reasons to frame him. Let's go to the farms. Let's investigate. Umberto. Neva. Command area. Confess it was you. Farmer Neva, are you holding up okay in here? So far so good, Chief. The plants don't seem to be all that damaged. That's the most important thing. Yes, my life is not important. The most important part are plants. Good. How come you're visiting the farms and just checking in on everyone? It's for the case. A case leads me here, actually. Really? Are you investigating the ring failure? Did someone do it on purpose? No, that long story. I might have some questions for you. For me? Sure, ask anyway. We need to check the badge. Put that later. Or maybe. I have nothing to say about that right now. Orland's conviction. How well do you know Navigator Orland, if you don't mind me asking? We haven't talked much in many years, honestly. Of course, I know him well as a kid. I basically grew up around here when he was still a farmer. Are you familiar with Engineer Zena case against him? Of course, that's why he left. It was a big drama, but I was still very young when it happened. Went over the files. The most pertinent piece of evidence against him was a chemical compound used in the makeshift explosives. Hypothetically, is it possible that someone other than Orland or your father could have accessed this fertilizer? Yes, she's definitely gonna confess against her father. Well, we're not allowed to give them out, and we keep a very strict inventory nowadays. Nowadays, my dad once told me that it wasn't always quite as strict, but the chemicals were always meant to be used by farmers exclusively. Is it possible that he gave some of them away here and there? I can say for sure, but Rose begged him all the time, and he always turned her down as I know. Rose, isn't that the lady with the rose in her apartment? Rose. It makes sense. She obsessed with her plants. In any case, if my dad ever snacked out chemicals, it certainly ended a year ago because that's when he died. Yes. You have nothing to say about farm fertilizer. Do you know what this is? Yes, of course. It's fertilizer we use pretty frequently in here. Is it possible that a non farmer got their hands on it somehow a long time ago? Unlikely, but who knows? Like I said, we have strict rules around our chemicals. Maybe my dad didn't always follow them to a T. You have nothing to say about red roses? Nothing to say about Zena? Nothing to scan? Neva. Did I meet her previously? R3B. Neva said that her father, Farmer Dorin, died a year ago. Okay, so we didn't have game sound for 10 minutes, but now we have that. Okay, lessons for the future. Need to pay attention. Okay, let's talk to Umberto. Farmer Umberto, how are things going up here? Could be better, could be worse, Chief. Neva and I weren't hurt at all. We got lucky. One of our tanks was toppled over. It was too heavy to lift for the two of us, but backup is on the way. The plants are taking it surprisingly well so far. We don't anticipate a disruption in the supply chain. Took a while to mop up the water and soil, though. I hope we didn't clog the recycler. What about fertilizer? You didn't need to mop that? Now the chaos is in this place is almost back to its original state. That sounds good. I was a little worried about the food supplies. Well, if we would eat other members of the crew like in the 100th show. Carry on. Farmer Roberto, I'm looking into this old case involving Navigator Orland. You talking about that really old one? The one that resulted in you trading places? Yes. That's a surprise. Why are you telling me? Do you believe he is guilty of the crime he was convicted of? Chief, I really don't know why you believe I know the answer to this. Because you are a farmer. I only know that he claims to be innocent to this day. Do you believe him? At least he's never lied about anything else to me. I think we already discussed that. What about fertilizer? Farmer Umberto, are you familiar with this substance? Of course I am. Use it almost daily for the skin. It works wonders. Does any of it ever leave the farm floor? We are not allowed to take it away from here, Chief. Are there any measures in place to ensure this? It's just a rule, but I promise we never break it. Not even once, maybe years ago? Not since I transferred here from the navigation room, to my knowledge at least. Owner Batch, nothing to say. About farm, nothing to say about farm. Orland, nothing about Orland. Red roses, nothing. Zaina, nothing. Where is she? Rose, nothing. Okay, now we need to visit Rose, I guess. Did I ask you about the Rose? Nothing to say about Rose. Okay, where I can meet Rose? Where to see? Confess. I think we already talked about that. Oh, Stella dear, I really don't know what to say about that. Well, that didn't lead us far. Janitor Rose, do you know what this is? Oh yes, the object of my desires. I used to beg the farmers for a drop of this to help me with my plants. But to no avail. So they never gave it to you. Do you think anyone else ever got their hands on it? Dear, I really don't know. Maybe they would have had a different response if I were crew. And who are you? There is a crew and civilians member. I brought a bonsai from Earth and I watched it slowly wither away over the first year of the mission. I'm sure the fertilizer would have helped, but the farmers wouldn't budge. So now I need to find some members of the crew that need fertilizer. Farmer Umberto seems to trust Navigator Orland, whom he traded places with after the trial. Rose brought a bonsai from Earth that died within a year. She pleaded with the farmers to help her out with their fertilizer, but they never budge. Wait a minute. Where did we sow bonsai tree? Didn't our father have bonsai tree in his bunk? My dad bonsai tree. He was stealing fertilizer. He framed Orland, son of a... Janitor Rose, have you ever seen this bonsai? It's beautiful. This is a record from Earth. No, the bonsai is in my dad's bunk right now. Really? This is a recent picture? Yeah, I guess my dad was good at taking care of it. Stella, dear, he is a wizard. I cannot fathom how he maintained it so well for all these years. Did he have some extra help from the farmers? I'm not sure, but I do have a hard time keeping the tree healthy now that it's my responsibility. It's incredibly hard. I brought a bonsai from Earth myself, but it died within a year. That son of a... Ephraim Orlanden was stealing fertilizer himself. Something tells me when I will go to my dad's bank there will be no bonsai there because Ava is there. And pick this up. Ava, what do you know about bonsai? I don't know what you want me to say, Stella. So you don't know anything about bonsai. How's my pet doing? Can I give you something? Go search that patch. Can't you smell it and fetch or pet? Or find? Be useful. Be my hellhound. No, I'm gonna call you hellhound, not Chichi. Have you ever seen my dad's bonsai tree? No, that still exists? Yeah, take a look. I have a recent record of it. No way, how? How it survived for so long? Exactly. These were hard enough to grow back on Earth from what I've heard. I don't know, maybe you have an idea how my dad did it? We have a special chemicals up here that could make it possible, but without them, honestly, I don't see how. Do you think he could have had access to them? I think I already told you everything about that. If he got his hands on the fertilizer, maybe from my dad over a year ago. Who was your dad? I was sorry to hear about Bill. He and my dad always got along well. So they were both involved in this, they were partners in crime. Did he ever tell you they got in touch back on Earth during the preparation of the mission? So they planned this all along. Premeditation crime. I think so. I know that some of them got to know each other mothers before the Zephyr left. Or months. Well, they're both gone, and they died close to each other. They got what they deserved. Yeah, and probably sooner than they expected. That's your old man Banzai. I have heard rumors. Is that a recent record of it? Yeah. I'll be damned. It's impressive. You should show it to Neva if you haven't already. I did. I have nothing to say about it. According to Farmer Neva, it's very unlikely that my dad Banzai survived without any special chemical like they use on the farm. Farmer Umberto was very impressed with that Banzai. He told me to show it to his colleague Farmer Neva. I did. What next? Dorian. Maybe it's time to talk to the sergeant. Air 48. Umberto. I can't even go there. But it's orange, can't enter there anyway. R3B. And enter. Louis don't know anything. I don't think I can help you with this right now. I don't think I'll help you with this right now. Who used fertilizer in explosion? We know that my father took fertilizer, but who used bomb? Maybe he? Another guy who knows the history is dead. Can't ask him. Here is no one. Nothing to say about fertilizer. What about bonsai? Nothing to say. Nothing to say. Don't know how it concerns me, Chief. Nothing to say. Navigate to Ireland. What was your relationship with Chief William? I think you know the answer to this. I don't like to speak ill of the dead. Ever since he oversaw that sham trail against me, let's just say it wasn't great. Can't speak with the captain. So that's all the evidence we have. Anyone else I can talk to? Don't know anything about Banzai. Doctor. I have nothing to say. So that's all? I can talk to Xena. I will take a break for a moment. Okay, so let's check Xena. L3B. Confess. Xena, there's something I need to ask you about. I've learned about your involvement in custody battle. Oh, did your father tell you about this? Something tells me I should say yes. No. No, Xena. She doesn't seem to be able to be all there. Maybe I can trick her. Anyway, your custody battle with Farmer Orland, right? No. He was not a farmer at that time. Navigator he was later. Farmer Orland. Farmer Orland, right? Yes, what about it? This custody battle happened recently. That happened very recently, right? Yes. How did it go for you? Assistant Chief Stella, I don't know if we should be talking about this. What makes you say that? It's just, I think your father has it under control. What do you mean my father has it under control? Of course, I just want to check in on his behalf. So he told you everything. So it's done. Did he use the thing Dorian gave him for his little tree? Our father was crooked, and he framed innocent men. Could you fill me in on that plan again? Oh, Stella, I think I said too much. Just tell your father I'm entirely grateful, will you? How grateful are you? Did you have an affair with my father? I will. Thank you, Zena. Hope you feel better soon. I need a word with the captain. Zena, have a look at this record. Do you know what this is? I'm not sure. It's used in the farm area. Oh, it's the... Did Chief William show you this? How would my dad get his hands on it? I just thought because it's part of the case against my ex-husband. He used this to break into my bank. So I've heard, thank you. Sorry, I don't know what was the question. I feel like we talked about this before, maybe not. I told Zena that the custody battle only happened recently. I don't feel great about tricking her, but she did say something very interesting. It seems like my dad helped her shortly afterwards. The way she talked about it made it seems like it wasn't above board at all. She thought I was in on it and asked if he used the thing that Dorian gave him for his little tree. I'm not gonna find anything new. Do I have Dorian here? Nope. Anything new from you? No. Where's the... I would like to talk to the captain. Did she know? She was also covering up for him. Can't talk to her. Okay, I think we need to wrap this up. Who used the fertilizer in the makeshift explosion? William. Crooked Cop. The setup. Submit. Chief! Are you sure about this? Whether I got it right or whether I should report it? I'm sure about both. Did you know? I had no idea! Chief! And I frankly don't know if I can believe your findings here. Read my report. Of course, it's been way too long to prove it definitely. But you have to agree that everything points to my dad. I do. What do we do now? I have to tell Orland. Will he be exonerated? Everything from here on out will depend on the ethics committee. What ethics committee? He was framed. Ethics committee seems to be crooked as well. I hope this will be worth it, Chief. See if he finally talks when you present him with the result. What? See if he finally talks when you present him with the results. Who finally talks? Orland? He talks constantly. I'm sure he will keep his word.
Out of all the unbelievable and traumatizing events of those days, the revelation that my dad had destroyed the life of an innocent man was one of the things that hit me the hardest. My brain immediately scrambled to make excuses for him. He must have been trying to protect his friend Xena and her child from an abusive spouse. Even still, my father's blatant violation of the Codex just didn't fit the idealized image I had of him at the time. My whole life, I had aspired to be just as upstanding as him. Learning that he hadn't always lived up to that ideal himself was a tough pill to swallow.
How might he have fallen to be the crook and put some another not so good words here. Navigator Owen, I look into your case again. We We have reason to believe that you were not the one who placed the makeshift explosion at the Zena Bank. Don't you gonna say did this? Another party may have had access to the fertilizer that was used as evidence against you. Who? Chief William. Can you prove this? Not exactly, but I have multiple testimonies that point towards it. So will I be exonerated? That's up to the ethics committee. We will have you retired in light of the new evidence. Our deal was that I look into it, which I did. I appreciate it, Chief. Can't be easy for you to find this out about your old man. I sure he had his reasons. Whatever the case may be, I always suspected him. I didn't want to tell you so you would reach your own conclusion. Now, to your end of the deal. No time to waste. Fair is fair. Here's what I can tell you about the power outage. He was about to tell me about the power outage. I was right next door on the bridge when it went down, holding down the fort while everybody was out celebrating Arrival Day. Can anyone corroborate that you were there? I was on duty there, and there are people who know I was. But I was alone, so nobody can testify to seeing you on the bridge when the navigation was being hacked. Correct. And nobody can testify that you didn't slip into the navigation room right next door. Hypothetically, right. You will have to take my word for it, Chief. When the ring stopped, I was knocked around a little, but I got back up on my feet just a few seconds later. It was completely dark for a moment, and I didn't know where I was exactly, as I was stumbling forward. When the emergency lights came on, I found myself in the hallway, with a clear view of the navigation room door. All the door lights came back on around the same time, and I believed that the door hadn't worked up until that point, meaning that whoever hacked the navigation and caused the outage was still inside the navigation room. That is, until I saw the doors open. A person stumbled out into the hallway and booked towards the command area. You mean to tell me that you saw the hacker? I'm sure of it. Problem is, I couldn't make out much because only the emergency lights were on. I didn't see what color uniform they were wearing, but the silhouette was certainly that of a man. That is excellent information, thank you. That only narrows the possible suspect to 50% of the crew. That's something. Weren't you suspicious of this man running away? Did you go after him? Of course, I know that nobody was officially working in the navigation room at that time, but I didn't think much of it at first. I was rattled by the ring failure and didn't think it had anything to do with whatever went down in the navigation room. Besides, one person running didn't exactly stand out much in the chaos of the aftermatch. That makes sense. What did you do next? Did you enter the navigation room? No, I went to the residential area to help everybody there. I didn't come back here until a good hour later. I see. Did you tell anyone else about any of this? No. Good. Please keep that way for the time being. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you, Chief. New message from Bado? The Enforcer? Chief, there's a crowd gathering at the residential area. I don't like this one bit. Posted a few men nearby. There is no freedom of expression on the ship. Metal pipe and the gas. That always helps with people gathering. Can't talk to the captain about new events. Okay, we solved the setup case. So I think it's good time to make a little break here, and we will finish our adventure investigation in the next episode. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time.